its own dear public the poorest quality service in the world. Recently, there has been an organization, in Hong Kong-based organization, which found out that automatically we are near China as far as economical progress is concerned. But if we keep ourselves complacent, we will be pushed on only because of the public sector. And more so in the case of public sector banks. One of the recent studies which one of our presenters has presented, even though there has been a striking difference between the observations, 13% of satisfied customers as far as SBI, a public sector bank, and a Newgen bank, ICICI, has been compared. There has been 26%, which is almost 100% extra. Even then, the hypothesis has been there is no difference between the qualities. But there is a striking difference in the findings itself. So the hypothesis must not be like that. I suspect personally there is a type 1 error in the testing. Anyway, so total quality management is the only solution to overcome this problem. The banks must be more useful to the society. Next slide. I don't have much time, only 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, I have to say the findings and the newer approaches also. Next slide. Achieving quality on all aspects of banking, all aspects of any business is TQM, total quality management. TQM begins from inside, spreads outside, and pervades everywhere. So, next slide. About this study, I must say something about this study. It has been a localized study. I contacted only the public sector banks in the nearby area, the cooperative banks in the nearby area, and some small private bankers. No big Newgen banks I have approached. And I have studied a case study which is available, which is a secondary data, not a primary data. Center Bank Ohio. Center Bank Ohio is a small bank, was a small bank. It's engaged in community banking, Ohio, in USA. One of the banks in the world which has done extensive work as far as total quality management in banking is concerned. Their findings will be useful to any researcher or any banker who is seriously engaged in his profession. Anyway, I'll mention about this also. Next slide, please. There are three aspects, classic things, which scholars like you, it may not be a new idea. Next slide. The three points are manner-based. Manner means the manner in which you reach the customers. The tools you use regularly in your everyday transactions. The tools you use in arriving at a decision as far as the product mix is concerned. That is the manner. I cannot detail the whole thing, the manner of total quality management. And one is matter-oriented. The second one is matter-oriented. Matter means every tools which you use, from a simple form of a DD application form, an account opening form, anything like that, or a transference form. This is now two kinds of matter is available. One is e-matter, electronic or digital forms, and the other one is the conventional matter. Now we are not totally independent of the material matter, which is costly, which is non-environmental, which requires a lot of labor, so increased factor labor in banking also. So anyway, e-matter also. Then the next one is men-oriented. Men-oriented, as far as India is concerned, is a very important aspect of TQM in banking or in any other sector, because we are rich in human resources, quality human resources, underutilized. So men is important. In men-oriented TQM, personal training. The buzzword is personal training. Personal training means training the persons and equipping them, changing their convictions so that a better quality service is rendered. Whenever you walk in to a bank, you walk out satisfied. You walk out completely satisfying your needs. That is the kind of previous slide. Personal training. Personal training includes complete transition in the cultural lookout of each person. If a bank employee may be a heterogeneous community, from religious background different, from economic background different, even then there must be a transition. As far as HR training is concerned, I will not be able to give you more details than this in your personal training. One more important factor which has been substantiated by the central bank finding also is top management involvement. If the management of the bank doesn't have a conviction about the quality of services rendered, employees will never adapt to it. Employees will not envisage anything better than what they are doing right now. So top management commitment is an important aspect. The management ethos or the company ethos in bank management is really important. And of course, all these things, because of the total quality management efforts, are made perfect. Even then, the product mix is bad mix. The service will not reach the required clientele, required target customers. So, the product mix. What are the product mix? Different kinds of loans, different kinds of accounting products, I mean SB product, and CC, credit, OD, many things. So, in fine-tuning the classic banking products, everyone is really happy. So, there is no much intelligent work, hard work to be done. So, every bank, especially in the public sector banks, adopts only the classic banking products. But we have to fine-tune the product mix. Product mix, fine-tuning, it has got an accepted process. Need-based need analysis. What is the need of the targeted population? So there must be decentralized decision-making powers invested with the local branches. Again, it's a matter of corporate decision itself. How much freedom has to be allowed to each localized branch, and there is classification of branch also. A, B, C, or local, rural, or urban, like that classification. So all levels have different levels of freedom also. Like that, we analyze the need, we formulate a product which will satisfy the need as far as possible. And there could be a standard product also for which we will find out a need also. Both ways, need-based and product-based management. So in this way, testing, feedbacks, fine-tuning, everything we fine-tune the product mix which we offer to each locality through each branch of the bank. This also is most important. Next slide. Of course, I mentioned already this Center Bank based in Ohio in United States has been a small community bank. They call it community bank. In our Indian language, we call it social banking. Like your Grameen Bank. Like that. Center Bank also has adopted core banking. When India has been the #1 country as far as core banking solutions are concerned, he has mentioned it. As far as core banking solutions are concerned, the software is concerned, the core software is concerned, India is much ahead of the inventors even. Even then, no bank, even including the private sector banks, new gen banks, couldn't implement it. When a CEO is delivering a speech here to an audience like this, suddenly he receives a message from his company that he doesn't have enough funds to pay a bill. So immediately he takes his tablet and visits his bank, gives a transference, is done to his company account as his personal loan to his company. Even that is possible, and that fast the solutions can be solved. This is even possible. And M-banking, wonders. Even if I buy 10 rupee vegetable in the market, I can take out through SMS-based, two-way SMS-based authentication. I can pay. I don't require liquid cash even then. Mobile, every individual has learned using a mobile on his own, or the elderly from his children or younger friends. So educating or upgrading the public to e-banking level is very easy. Then she has mentioned, one of the visitors has mentioned, the number of ATMs SBI has, and the number of ATMs, new gen banks like